You think the enemy is outside. You imagine betrayal comes with shouting, slam doors, another man's name screamed in anger. You're wrong. The deepest cut, the most profound treachery, happens in whispers. It unfolds in the soft phrases she drops like poison petals in the fabric of your shared life. Phrases that sound innocent, even thoughtful, but carry the chill of the soul already departing. She's there. She kisses your cheek. She sleeps in your bed. She eats at your table. But her desire, her passion, her vital energy, they're no longer yours. They're already drifting towards an exit you haven't seen yet. And you, clinging to hope, tell yourself it's stress, confusion, a phase. No, it's not confusion. It's calculation. It's choice. She simply lacks the courage to name it, preferring instead to leave breadcrumbs of words for you to follow, ensuring you become the architect of the ending she desires. That way, her conscience stays clean and her story remains untarnished. She won't look you in the eye and declare, "I am leaving you emotionally." She's far too clever for that. Instead, she seeds your reality with seemingly harmless utterances that, if you don't possess a Stoic lens to decode them, will hollow you out from the inside, leaving you bewildered and broken. Today, we expose those phrases, the linguistic traps laid by a woman whose heart and focus have already shifted, who has begun the slow withdrawal but demands you be the one to finally pull the trigger. Forget sentimental illusions. We delve into the unvarnished reality of detachment, guided not by fleeting emotion, but by the timeless, unflinching wisdom of the Stoics. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca. Men who understood that true power lies not in controlling the storm, but in mastering the ship within the storm. Because when a man learns to see the world and the woman beside him as they truly are, stripped of self-deception, he becomes impervious to manipulation. He reclaims his sovereignty. Today, I arm you with the 7 most dangerous phrases a woman speaks when she has ceased to choose you, even as she shares your roof. Recognize them, and you shatter the illusion. You cease being the last man to know his own home, his own bed, his own soul are being methodically vacated. I am here not to soothe you, but to ignite you, to shake the complacency from your bones. Because if you sleep now, you remain useful, faithful, and utterly, silently betrayed. Listen with the clarity of a Stoic. After this, you either seize control of your perception in your life, or you surrender it completely. I'm just tired of everything. The disguised abandonment. Has she ever sighed, "I'm just tired of everything," waving a vague hand at the world? And instead of hearing the alarm bells of disengagement, did you slump, a wounded creature, assuming you were the burden, that you failed, that you needed to try harder, fix more, carry your load? Stop. That phrase is not weariness. It's a quiet fanfare of emotional departure. Man is disturbed not by things, but by the views he takes of them, Epictetus taught. Her view, that you and the life built with you are the weight exhausting her. This isn't a new fatigue. It's the culmination of a retreat that began long ago. You simply refuse to perceive it through the clear lens of reality. This is the first fracture, and I offer no sugarcoating. When a woman claims a universal tired of everything, it's because the specific source of her draining energy is you and the connection she no longer values. Your efforts feel like demands. Your presence feels like obligation. Your touch sparks nothing but the desire for space. She doesn't await your return. She breathes easier in your absence. Her desire has detached, a hot air balloon seeking other thermals. And when a woman's desire detaches, her body might share your space, but her soul is already packing its bags. The cruelest truth? She knows exactly what she's tired of. She's tired of the emotional labor of pretending desire for you. She's tired of your energy, your scent, the weight of your expectations. She doesn't want you anymore. But admitting it forces her to confront her own complicity, her own failure of loyalty or courage. So she universalizes. She spiritualizes it. Tired of everything becomes the acceptable mask for tired of you. She frames it as existential angst, an internal journey, while her true journey is outward, distancing from you, edging closer to the emotional vacancy or the allure of someone new who doesn't yet bear the label of everything. True female detachment psychology, not the pop culture version, masters the art of tender withdrawal. The intelligent woman doesn't detonate the bridge. She dismantles it brick by invisible brick. She empties a relationship of emotional sustenance while maintaining the facade of occupancy. And you, lacking stoic resolve, unaware of the power of disciplined perception, control your perspective and you control your reality. Find yourself begging for scraps of attention, blind to the fact you're competing with a ghost, a possibility, an escape, already living vividly in her imagination. See this phrase not as a plea, but as a statement of fact. The connection she valued is dead. If you react by redoubling your efforts to recharge her, you accelerate your own demise. Not because she rejects the effort, but because she no longer sees you as a source of vitality, only as a drain. You are now part of the everything that wearies her. To her, emotionally, you are already part of the landscape she wishes to leave behind. Stoic response: reclaim your perspective. If these words have echoed in your space recently, do not ask her what's wrong. You know, do not frantically try to fix the unfixable, her shifted desire. She doesn't crave reconnection. She craves freedom from the pretense. She wants the comfort of your presence without the burden of reciprocating your energy, buying time while her focus ignites elsewhere. This is where you apply the Stoic discipline of seeing what is. No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus declared, your freedom begins by mastering your reaction. Do not plead. Do not smother. State the boundary with calm clarity. Being tired of everything sounds heavy. I respect your need for space to figure that out. But I cannot live with someone who sees me in our life as part of that draining everything. I need partnership, not weariness. Then step back emotionally. Focus relentlessly on your own purpose, your own discipline, your own growth. She has declared her emotional bankruptcy in the relationship. Believe her. Invest in yourself. The tired of everything woman isn't lost. She's leaving. Your power lies in seeing it clearly and refusing to be the crutch for her exit. Maybe I just need some space. The camouflaged exit strategy, framed around Marcus Aurelius, the impediment to action advances action. What stands away becomes a way. The space is the obstacle she creates to justify her emotional/physical exploration elsewhere. Her need is permission to test the waters of betrayal while keeping you as plan B. Stoic response: grant permanent space. Take all the space you need. Do not return. I am not an option. Why does everything have to be so intense? The intimacy deflection, linked to controlling perspective and discipline. Her deflection of intensity, your desire for genuine connection/closeness, reveals her disconnection. She pathologizes your normal need for intimacy to justify her withdrawal and covertly blame you. Stoic response: see the excuse. Intimacy isn't intensity, it's connection. If you find my desire for connection overwhelming, it reveals where you've already gone. Withdraw your presence. You're just different now. The blame-shifting justification, tied to not being disturbed by external views. Epictetus. She projects her changing feelings onto you, creating a narrative where your supposed change, becoming colder, more distant, less exciting, justifies her detachment or wandering eye. It's her emotional alibi. Stoic response: refuse the false guilt. Yes, I've changed. I see clearly now. I no longer accept less than mutual respect and desire. If that difference is a problem, the door is there. Can we just not talk about this right now? The silent treatment strategy, connected to discipline and seeing reality. Her not now, always now, is active avoidance, a slow suffocation of communication. She has energy for others, just not for the emotional labor of your relationship. Stoic response: reject the delay. Silence now is answer enough. I won't beg for conversation you refuse to have. Act, disengage, focus on your path. I just want things to be easy. The avoidance mantra, linked to avoiding difficulty, obstacles as the way. Her craving for easy is a rejection of the necessary work of a real relationship and a veiled admission she's unwilling to invest in you. She seeks frictionless interaction, which often means emotional absence. Stoic response: challenge the fantasy. Life and love aren't always easy. If you only want ease, you don't want a real partner. I deserve more than convenient absence. I do care about you, you know? The pity platitude, framed around the distinction between love and desire, Stoic clarity on reality. This phrase is a death knell, replacing passion with pity or fondness. Caring is a consolation prize when desire is gone, often uttered as she's emotionally or physically gone. Stoic response: then don't care from a distance. I require full presence or none. Your care without desire is an insult. Go. If you've endured this revelation, there is no returning to blissful ignorance. You now hold the cipher. You've heard the exact, devastating phrases spoken by a woman whose soul has already departed, even as her shadow lingers in your home. These are not accidents, not stress, not confusion. They are calculated steps in the dance of detachment, designed for you to misstep, for you to bear the weight of the ending. To ignore this knowledge now is not naivety. It is active complicity in your own emotional dismantling. Remember the core Stoic truth. Discipline is freedom. The freedom you crave from doubt, from pain, from betrayal, is forged in the disciplined application of this knowledge. Not every woman whispering, "I love you," speaks love. Not every plea for space stems from confusion. Many utter these words on the far side of an emotional line they've already crossed, needing you to remain asleep, to play the role of the understanding fool, so they can rewrite the narrative of their departure, so they can claim they tried, that you were the one who didn't understand. If you fail to awaken now, if you lack the Stoic fortitude to perceive reality without flinching and act with unwavering self-respect, you condemn yourself to the role of the ghost in your own life, the man who looks back too late, wondering where his spine, his fire, his dignity vanished. Today, you've been shown the 7 phrases that serve as her confession, words that reveal far more than they conceal. The arsenal a woman deploys when you are no longer her flame, but merely her fallback plan, her emotional safety net while she scans the horizon for a new spark. If your ears ring with the echo of any of these deadly sentences, the time for self-delusion, for groveling, for seeking love from a closed vault is irrevocably over. There is no justification left to knock on a door bolted shut from the inside. This isn't misogyny. It's mastery. Mastery born of understanding the human heart and the female mind, as they truly operate, not as childish fantasy paints them. Only the man who sees with Stoic clarity can shatter the chains of victimhood and become the unwavering author of his own destiny. I am your guide in the house of unflinching truth. We do not weep over ashes here. We forge steel from the fire. We reclaim what can never be stolen unless surrendered: your perception, your power, your unbreakable core. If this confrontation with reality has stirred you, declare below, "My eyes are open." Tell me where you stand, your country. For when a man awakens with Stoic resolve, borders vanish. Only transformation remains. Subscribe. Share this stark truth with the brother still crawling in the shadow of a woman who long ago revoked his worth. And stay. Confront the videos now appearing on your screen. Choose the one that chills you most, that challenges your deepest complacency. For within that discomfort lies the exact, brutal wisdom you require to rise, unburdened and free. Your path to invulnerability starts with the next clear-eyed choice. Make it.